Indigenous Asháninka communities in the Amazon rainforest in Peru have asked us to help them supply fresh water to 4 remote villages. The communities themselves will design and build the water infrastructure, but have asked for support to purchase the materials. We are aiming to raise £8,000 initially to cover the materials for at least the first 2 villages. This will give around 300 people access to clean, fresh water for drinking and sanitation. The Asháninka are one of the largest ethno-linguistic groups in the Amazon rainforest. Their ancestral home is deep in La Selva Central, the central forest of Peru around the Vilcabamba Mountains of the Andean Amazon, and now extends to the state of Acre in Brazil. Asháninka translates simply as our people. Although materially they might appear to have very little, they do not see themselves as living in poverty or as victims of underdevelopment. They are fiercely independent and proud of their culture. Traditionally semi-nomadic, Asháninka settlements usually move every few years to avoid over-extracting local resources or degrading the land. Their subsistence lifestyles are sustainable and regenerative, based around principles of reciprocity and balance between fellow humans and the natural environment. They cultivate, hunt, and gather their food, as well as materials, to skillfully craft almost everything they rely on in their everyday lives. Households have limited income from producing commodity crops, most of which is used to enable children to access secondary education many miles away. However, encroachment on their lands and the designation of protected areas and communal reserves has led to populations becoming concentrated in titled settlements. This has improved access to external trade and services, but has led to new challenges around access to local resources. A major challenge is access to clean water for drinking and sanitation in the villages. Colonist settlements and illegal coca processing, logging and mining have made the Ene River and its main tributaries increasingly polluted and unsafe. In response to the problem, the Asháninka have decided to develop water infrastructure fed by natural sources, utilising gravity to deliver fresh water to villages. The system will be designed and constructed by the Asháninka so that it is self-sufficient, sustainable, and can be maintained by the communities themselves. Although they have the knowledge, skills and workforce, they don't have the additional resources the project requires. It's those materials that this initiative aims to provide. Mike Paul has been visiting Asháninka of the Ene Valley for over 4 decades, through which he developed close connections with several remote communities. Always at their request, my father Mike, my sisters Rosie and Melissa, and myself, Yasmin Paul, have been working at a grassroots level to support the livelihoods and agency of these Asháninka communities for many years. Between 2015 and 2018, we raised funds to contribute to the supply of fresh water for 4 villages.
By 2017, these communities had installed tanks, pipework and fittings. Money was used to purchase the hardware. The Asháninka themselves located suitable water sources, installed the infrastructure and gravity supplied the pressure. No Western expertise, no high-tech, no long-term dependence. Post-COVID disruptions, we've been asked to help 4 villages. All the assistance is tremendously appreciated, especially by the women who previously have collected large quantities of water from rivers or streams often quite far away. There are substantial health benefits for the communities, especially for children. It is, of course, humans' prime need, and we are proud to help with this. I and my daughters fund our visits ourselves. Donations do not support incomes, travel, or any other of our costs.
We're now aiming to raise funds to cover the cost of materials for at least the first 2 villages. A contribution of £25 will provide one Asháninka woman, man or child with a long-term supply of fresh water directly to their home in the forest. This will support them in maintaining their sustainable livelihoods, their natural environment and their culture for years to come.